Meaning of polygraph. A polygraph, commonly known as a lie detector, is a device used to measure and record physiological indicators such as blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and skin conductivity, while a person is asked and answered a series of questions. The underlying principle of the polygraph is that the safe answer will produce physiological responses that differ from those associated with truthful answers. These physiological changes are interpreted by a trained examiner to determine whether the person is being tested, being truthful or deceptive. However, it is important to note that accuracy and reliability of polygraph tests are controversial and can vary depending on factors such as the skill of the examiner and the physiological state of the person being tested.
Polygraphy. Polygraphy refers to the practice or the study using polygraphs, which are instruments designed to measure and record multiple physiological responses simultaneously. Polygraphy involves administering tests or examination using this instrument, typically with the aim of detecting deception or verifying truthfulness is response given by the individuals. Polygraphy is often used in various fields such as law enforcement, intelligence, agencies, pre-employment screenings, and investigation, although its accuracy and reliability are subject to debate and scrutiny.
Several personalities have contributed significantly to the development of deception detection and polygraph technology. Some notable figures include 1. William M. Marston. Marston, American psychologist, inventor, and writer, is often credited with inventing the first polygraph device in early 20th century. 2. John A. Larson. Larson, an American police officer and psychologist, further developed Marston polygraph technology and is often referred to as the father of modern polygraph. Leonardo Keeler. Keeler was an American inventor and a colleague of John A. Larson. He made additional improvements to the polygraph machine, including the introduction of the galvanic skin response (GSR) as a measure of psychological arousal. Number 4. Clive Baxter. Baxter, an American researcher and interrogation specialist, conducted experiments in the 1960s that suggested plants might have consciousness. Number 5. David D. Lycan. Lycan, an American psychologist, conducted extensive research on the validity and reliability of polygraph testing. He was critical of the accuracy of polygraph examinations and highlighted the limitation and potential for errors in their interpretation.
The analog polygraph, also known as a traditional polygraph machine, typically consists of four major components. 1. Sensors. These sensors are attached to the person undergoing the polygraph examination and measure various physiological responses, including blood pulse rate, respiration rate, and skin conductivity, and galvanic skin response. 2. Chart recorder. The chart recorder is a device that records the output from the sensor onto paper in real time. The physiological responses measured by the sensor are graphically presented as lines or traces paper, allowing the examiner to visually analyze the data during the polygraph examination. The pneumograph is a component of the polygraph that measures respiratory trains. It typically consists of two rubber tubes that are placed around the person's chest or abdomen. 4. Cardiocuff. The cardiocuff is a blood pressure cuff that wraps around the person's arm to measure changes in blood pressure during the polygraph examination.
Polygraphs, also known as charts or polygraph. Charts are graphical representation of psychological data recorded during a polygraph examination. These charts typically display the output from sensor measuring various psychological responses such as blood pressure, pulse rate, respiration rate, and skin conductivity. Galvanic skin response. A psychological parameter is typically plotted on a separate axis of the chart, with time plot along the horizontal axis.
So, polygraph machines can be broadly categorized into two main types. Number one is the analog polygraphs and the digital polygraphs. So, first is analog polygraphs. So, what is analog polygraphs? So, analog polygraphs machines are traditional polygraph devices that use mechanical components and analog technology to record psychological responses on paper charts. They typically consist of sensors attached to the examinee to measure psychological parameters such as blood pressure, pulse rate, respiration rate, and skin conductivity. The data collected from these sensors is recorded on paper charts using a chart recorder which produces graphical representations known as the polygrams. So, while analog polygraphs have been widely used for many years, they are gradually being replaced by digital polygraphs due to advancement in technology and the availability of the digital alternatives. So the next one are digital polygraphs. So what is digital polygraphs? So digital polygraphs, it is a digital polygraph machines use digital technology to record and analyze psychological responses during polygraph examinations. So they often feature computerized systems for data collection, storage, analysis, eliminating the need for paper charts and manual interpretation. So digital polygraphs may utilize sensors to measure psychological parameters, but the data is processed and displayed digitally on a computer screen rather than on a paper. So digital polygraphs also often include software polygrams that assist examiners in analyzing the data, generating reports, potentially improving the accuracy and efficiency of the examination. While digital polygraph are becoming more prevalent in the field, so they may still face challenges related to standardization, validation, acceptance within the legal and forensic communities.
Polygraphs are commonly used for various purposes, including law enforcement and criminal investigations. 2. Pre-employment screening. 3. Security clearances. 4. Probation and parole monitoring. 5. Internal investigations. 6. Infidelity and relationship counseling. 7. Intelligence and national security. 8. Immigration and asylum proceedings.
Theory of polygraph examination. Polygraph examination or lie detector test are based on the theory that physiological changes occur when a person is deceptive. The test measures indicators like heart rate, blood pressure, and skin conductance to infer signs of stress or arousal.
Lying is a complex psychological phenomenon influenced by the various factors. Here are some key aspects of the psychology of lying. First, motivation to lie. Second, cognitive load. Third, emotional factors. Fourth, nonverbal cause. Fifth, micro expressions. Six, polygraph responses. 7, cultural and contextual influence. And the last, development factors.
Complex nervous system is a complex network that plays a crucial role in communication and control within the human body. It consists of two main parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Number one is the central nervous system. So the brain is the central control center responsible for processing information, making decisions, and coordinating various bodily functions. Spinal cord. The spinal cord connects the brain to the rest of the body and serves as a pathway for transmitting signals between the brain and peripheral nerves. Peripheral nervous system. Somatic nervous system controls involuntary movements and transmits sensory information to the CNS. Autonomic nervous system. It regulates involuntary functions such as heart rate, digestion, and respiratory rate. It further divides into the sympathetic and parasympathetic branches, balancing the body's physiological responses.
The nervous system communicates through nerve cells called neurons, which transmit electrical signals known as nerve impulses. Neurons consist of a cell's body. Dendrites receiving information and axon transmitting information. Synapses are junction where neurons communicate with each other through neurotransmitter. Additionally, supporting cells called glial cells providing structural support, insulation, and aid in the functioning of neurons. The intricate network of neurons under connection allows for the transmission of information enabling sensory perception, motor control, and higher cognitive function.